Get ready, because we're diving into how the church pulled off mass complicity. This isn't your typical Sunday school chat. Let's dive into how they made violence seem holy. Pope Nicholas V's to Papal bulls Dum Diversas and Romanus Pontifex were super important and controversial. They basically set the stage for European colonization and the slave trade. Can you believe it? They labeled non-Christians as perpetual enemies of Christ. That's how they completely flipped the narrative. Murder became holy war. Slavery was rebranded as spiritual rescue and plunder. That was suddenly a divine right. Talk about twisting the word. The church played a big role in keeping people calm. Without their influence, folks would have been really upset about these horrors. Preachers called victims soulless savages, while Inquisition courts silenced dissenters and handed out indulgences like candy to conquistadors. Now let's break it down further. The church wasn't just enabling this exploitation, they were profiting from it. It was a straight-up business model. They were pocketing 20% of all that colonial loot. The encomienda system, backed by Rome, took over indigenous lands everywhere. While the Jesuits ran plantations using enslaved workers until 1767, even when some popes tried to speak out against slavery, they made exceptions for Africans. The almighty dollar always spoke louder than their so-called theology. Why does this matter to us right now? Because this history ain't just in the past, it's still living and breathing. The Vatican's got tons of wealth from colonial times, and the whole idea of blackness fueling racism, that started in those old church debates. Companies are still at it with their ethics washing. When someone says the church was all about love and peace, just remember, they set up a system that still affects us negatively. Today, stay up.